Monday and welcome to July somehow. I have no further idea on how that happened. No, but it is July and it's the 3rd of July and we have a brand new kit to dive into today, and the August kit is ready and waiting for your shopping adventures. And both this and next month's kit have a little something extra that I am kind of playing with for a few months to see if it's something that we like, something we don't like, something we might do sometimes, not others. And that is that there's an extra little mini theme or a mini kit on a theme. That's what it is. That I list at the end of the shopping list, because the whole of Best of Both Worlds I try to put together in a way that it's not excessively themed, so that there's lots of different ways you could take the supplies and make them apply to whatever it is that you're doing in life. But sometimes themed collections are really, really lovely and we want to use them to scrap things that are on that theme. It's just that we wouldn't all have photos from the same theme. So this month, there's a little mini kit that's travel themed. And in August kit, it's camping themed, because there's a super cute camping collection from Simple Stories. It's the same designer that I've used twice already this year. She did that thrift shop kind of line that we used. And I believe possibly Retro Summer as well. And the camping has that same sort of design vibe. I really like her style. But camping is not something that I would put as the whole main kit, because we don't all like camping. I like certain things about camping and not others. I'm not good at sleeping in a tent, but I like marshmallows a lot. So anyway, we've got that. So I've typed up the notes in the description box, but we'll talk them through too. But just to let you know that the usual link works for the August kit. I have just gone way over the top on hashtag advertising straight away, and that description box is full of links today. Oh my word. So let's have a look. I'll do my speech first because we're going to go through the supplies. But hello, everyone. I'm Shimelle. I teach online scrapbooking classes, design scrapbooking products, and help you use them to tell your stories in a creative way. It's not just my hobby, it is my job, and that means anytime I scrapbook on the internet, it's considered advertising, and legally I need to make sure you're aware of that. So thank you for coming to watch my hashtag advertising. I appreciate you being here, whether you're live, whether you're chatty, whether you watch from the future, whether you're quiet, whether you watch me to fall asleep, whether you scrapbook, whether you don't, whether you used to scrapbook and you still have stash and you're thinking about coming back. I'm happy to have you back. I'm going to remind you that it's pretty fun to stick pretty paper to other bits of pretty paper in an aesthetically pleasing manner. You can do it. Okay, so all of you, all of that, you're all welcome. Cool. Let's have a look at what we will be using all through July. Right, it looks like this. And it had 2 freebies. There are 2 freebies today too, but we'll get onto that in a minute. So if you ordered the kit when it went live, these 2 items were free. So I put them on the list, and as it turns out, in this instance, they go quite well. The August kit, no, there'll be 2 things to just put in your stash until you're ready to deal with Christmas. Moving on. So yes, let's cut into this. So the scrapbook.com 6x8 paper pad here, and this one is called their Playful Patterned Collection, sorry. And the only thing that gets me about these, so I really like the quality of the paper, and they're all double-sided. These are great. The only thing that gets me is that it's 5 sheets of everything. I find I really struggle to use 5 sheets of the same design. So I kind of wish I could split this with a friend or something. I do, however, think that this is maybe made with card makers in mind, because to make, oh, Jess, I'll have to investigate. I do not know. I hadn't heard that, but it happens sometimes. Okay. Right. I think card makers might enjoy the fact that there's 5, because you could come up with 1 card design and then do several of them. Also, pocket page scrapbookers might really like being able to repeat, 4 by 6 pieces very easily. But with mostly 12 by 12 scrapping, I find I struggle to use all 5. Okay, but I like the designs that are here, and it was free. So, winner. Black and white, pink and white. Those are hearts in case your screen is too small to see. Gingham. By the way, YouTube is giving me a message today to say my stream is not so healthy and you might be getting buffering. It's not giving me anything I can do to improve that. It's just giving me a note to say it's happening. So there we go. Yellow polka dot in 2 sizes. A coral and a red orange stripe in 2 sizes. I don't know. And then the black and white heart then changes the color and bigger. I mean, with the fact that the B-sides are so similar, I think I will extra struggle to use this. I would have preferred to have a variety, more variety in the papers. However, it's free. So as a freebie, excellent. I just probably wouldn't have gone for it full price for what I use it for. Yeah, but I like the individual things. It's just a lot of it. Okay. And then the pops of color was also free, and the color that was free that day was Dusty Rose. So, okay, I thought it might be a match to that. It's not, but it is a nice coordinated match to these softer pinks, just not the corally one, I think. Cool. Debbie says yes, she thinks the 6x8 paper pads are hitting the card maker market, and that makes sense. Joanna is scrapbooking her year for the first time ever because this year's story makes sense to her. Love that. Yay. Okay. So then paper in the main kit here. We have the July life captured. So some red and some blue, but also aqua and pink, and July elements. But I liked this one as it's not, like, it clearly works if you do celebrate the 4th of July as a holiday and not just a date that happens to be Tuesday. But also, it's not so patriotic that if you don't celebrate that, you can't use it, because the 4th of July here is a Tuesday. It's not a holiday. So I don't want everything in my July album to be themed for the 4th of July when that's not a holiday here. And we have a nice audience that are all over the place. So there's enough there that if it is a holiday for you, a patriotic holiday at that, then you can emphasize that. But also you can cut these pieces up and use them differently, and I think you'll be fine. Cool. Well done, Simple Stories. I also really like this tonal red B-side. I have been noticing that the last couple kits, I didn't have any red, and I wanted red because I tend to photograph a lot of things that are red. So both July and August have at least some red elements. This is Pink Fresh Lovely Blooms, and I've gone for the geometrics here. So I have this, what do we want to call this? So the paper is called Captured Moments, but this is like quadrants in half again. So tonal quadrants, I think that's what I would call it. Kirsty, that's right. Don't worry, you're good. Spread Love is also Lovely Blooms, and this is a take on a rainbow stripe, but a little. Can you see this without your eyes going into a magic eye painting? Yeah. So from a distance, it just kind of looks like a pastel stripe, but it's actually teeny tiny color and white lines to make that. Yellow B-sides here. So if you are substituting things, you could have a colorful starburst or geometric, and you could have a rainbow stripe. Then some 49 in Market, Spectrum Gardenia, so that we can have some fun with rainbows, but we don't have to get messy because it's already been done. Thanks. And of course, if you've not been around for me shouting about 49 in Market, this is the most gorgeous paper quality in the industry. I love it. I aggressively love the paper quality. Yeah, it's gorgeous. Right, so this one is called Pinwheel, and it has this on the back, but I'm totally using this side. I love it a lot, and it cries out for match my embellishments to the color. So purple embellishments here, pink, red, yeah, yep. Totally does that, and one of the embellishments is going to help with that. Yay. You could make something similar. If you prefer to make your own mixed media backgrounds, you could mask out a starburst and prepare. Or you could just buy a piece of paper and have it done for you. This one's called Ink Splotch. So I was calling this little and big when I was arranging it. So I was like, here are my 3. Pinwheel, little swatches, big swatches. So the little one, just the same rainbow, but small. I like this textured background, the little extra bits of blue and black and white. I like a lot. Or you've got a blue circular texture background on the back. I do envisage using all of the rainbow sides, but I don't dislike these B sides either. And then this one, same sort of idea, but made bigger and adding lots more pattern in so that each of the colored swatches is now a collage element. I like. Even this little bit of crocheted trim makes me want to pull out some actual trims and stuff and make a really dimensional page. I don't know if you'd be up for that. And then the pink equivalent here, just in case you're curious, they are not identical, just very similar. Yeah. So they both have black stitching around the edges here, but they are not stitched in the same places. They both have splotches. This splotch pattern is the same as that splotch pattern actually, but the text pieces are a little different. Yeah, so close but not the same. Then we go into Echo Park's Our Story Matters collection, which is designed by Tracy Reed. We've got lovely little hearts on a navy background and a nice usable pink B-side. So I like both sides of these in terms of having a colorful piece and having something that matches and is nice and easy to cut up and use. Heather didn't think she needed it, but now that she's seen it, she does. And then another heart. So you could have both of these, or you could just have one if overdosing on hearts is not your thing. I love a good heart paper. So this one is actually from a cat collection, but there's no paw prints or anything here. It's called Pretty Kitty from Doodlebug, and this is Dear to My Heart, and this is all patterned hearts. Guess what's on the B-side? Pink with teeny tiny hearts. Yay. So yeah, and just picking up different colors that are already in here. So the reason there's both of these is that there are certain colors they have in common. This pale pink they have in common. But certain colors that are very different. The yellow is also in common, but this has this lime green instead of a more olivey tone. We don't have anything resembling this craft over here, and we have multicolored elements here. Just give us some variety. Then I added in a purple 49 in Market because those rainbow papers have purple, but none of the other collections that I put in this month did have purple. So I needed a purple to work with. So I did Lavender Paper 3 from Color Swatch Lavender. You could use any purple paper in your stash should you have a surplus of purple. Purple and orange are the ones that I never have a surplus of because they're harder to find. Right, then cut-aparts. There's a whole bunch of cut-aparts in the July kit, and you can just pick what you would use or use none at all, or all of them. So these are all from Our Story Matters. We've got big squares. These are 4x4 with a butterfly. Or the small squares, which also has some other rectangular shapes. These are 2x2, yes. And little heart-filled Polaroids. Nice. Then 3x4 vertical cards. I like this mix of stuff. And for any that you don't use, you've got a rainbow grid paper on the back that's really nice as well. Well done, Tracy. I love this collection. Then, in case your summer looks more like this color scheme, I put in a cut apart here where you could amp up the vibe basically by bringing in the oranges and the bright aqua. And if I put it next to this, you'll see what I mean, because you would think that these two are very different vibes. But if I put it next to that so you're not seeing the sentiments, this orange can come in here and work lovely with this tonal yellow orange going on here. The pinks work well. It's just more saturated here. The blues work well because we've got the light blue, the medium blue, the dark blue. So it can all work together. Yeah? So in case that's more your summer vibe, you've got that in there too. Embellishments. 12 by 12 sticker sheet, which I admit has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 typewriters. I love a typewriter, but I know some people will tell me that I just plunk them on randomly. Also hot air balloons. So I'm probably going to plunk them on randomly and be okay with it. Prepare yourself now if you're not going to be okay with it. But lots of very versatile things I like. Things like this, telling all our stories, stories from the heart. Some rainbows, some beautiful floral cameras. I like this floral pattern a lot as well. More Polaroid options. So I think that outweighs the randomness of hot air balloons and typewriters if you feel that's too random. However, I love a bit of random, and it doesn't bother me. Debbie says typewriters go with everything if you're journaling. It's like the notebook paper edge goes with everything because we're working with paper. I think it's fine. Then we've also got chipboard from that same collection. These are the chipboard phrases, which I thought were nice as titles. There is not an alpha in this kit. I went for title elements here, title elements there, plus use letter stickers from your stash. I did not add in an alpha this month. Okay. Then this set of enamel dots, Sunshine on My Mind, from Pink Fresh. And they're the matte ones. These are glossy. These are matte. Then this is exciting. Where do I open it? This is a big old pack. Wow. It has 4 sheets. Of laser cut printed elements. So it's like a die cut pack, but everything is not punched out. And I think in some ways that's great because it means that you're not punching it out until you are probably going to use it, and that will probably make things not get so bent up in storage and stuff like that. I think it'll be easier to store it flat. But look at all these notebook paper edges in all the colors of things. This one is a bit of a bonus. This is not cut because this is just the back of the packaging, but they print the back so that you can use it, and it's that same beautiful quality cardstock. So there's those designs. Then we've got postage stamps, tickets, and bread tags, and these cool borders that are like a teeny tiny crocheted piece, and some phrases over here too. Trigger warning for Amy that it's cut to look torn. I need to know what Amy thinks about that when she's here. We don't have to do any tearing. There we go. Really detailed cuts on there, and that's lovely. Okay, so that is the main kit. But then there's this mini theme. And that is travel themed. It's not a lot, it's just a little. It's tourist mode from Pink Fresh. So I've got this, which looks like the tube map, a cut apart with different travel options. These stickers, tickets, and labels, and a set of enamel dots in those colors. These will also work with some things that are in here. So for example, there is crossover in the spectrum gardenia because the green, the yellow, the green, the blue, and the red and the black will all match there. It just doesn't have pink. That's pink and purple. Yeah. So that works. And this pattern paper collection can mix and match in here, I think, definitely things like that yellow is going to be fine for matting there. So this is considered like a little mini theme. And what I'm going to do is not do this in the Monday and Friday lives. It's going to be a separate video. I'm not quite sure what the publication date this month will be on that yet. I will let you know when I figure it out. But that's the plan. And then next month, the little mini theme is camping themed. So there you go. That's how that works. Okay. Any questions on all the stuff we're going to use this month? And then we'll get started. Did I print any new photos for this live? No, I did not. So we are going to go with something already printed, and that is fine. So is there a background that you want me to jump into straight away? So the ones that I would not be looking to cut up and I would be looking to use straight away are these four. So the 3 inky ones plus this one. So you've got the non-inky one, and then in terms of what looks like mixed media, you have the pinwheel, the small swatches, or the big swatches. So there you go. You want to choose what you want to do, and I will pull some pictures. I'm not going to do it as a poll, just say it in the live chat, pretty please. And I'll see what I've got here that could work with some of these. I've only got 4x6s, so I might do a single photo today to kick us off. Right. Oh, kind of like that one. Pinwheel, though. I think pinwheel might work best with small photos. What do you think? These look nice. Okay, so that looks nice. That looks nice. Oh my goodness, I love this with that. Hold the phone. Okay, I'm making an executive decision there that I'm not going to use the pinwheel because when I looked at the pinwheel, I immediately went, that'll look great with small photos. I have one big printed photo from the parade because I was intending to print lots of small photos from the parade. So do we think it's overdosing to put these two side by side and do all the, probably the other way around because this is the end of the parade. Small parade photos here, big parade photo there. Because I'm loving this mix with that. Let's do that. We can decide later if it's overloading to have them facing each other. But for now, I'm happy with that. Okay. So. Let's make a plan. Oh, Mickey, thanks for saving the day. Okay. So we have got one big 4x6 photo that's going to go here. I can actually draw Mickey, but I just went to do my normal smiley face and then thought I needed to put ears on it. Now it looks a little messed up, a little disturbing. Okay, but the pattern paper is going to give this sort of vibe. Like that. Okay, I think the title needs to go in this nice open space down here. And we've got nice room up here that can be journaling or subtitle. And then we're going to embellish in all of this. which means we're going to celebrate a bit of more, because this background already has a lot, but we're going to find something to add to each section pretty much. So it will be a rainbow of more. And if ever there has been a design concept appropriate for a Disney parade, it is more. So I bring you a rainbow of more. This might just incidentally also be the best sketch I've ever made if you need to scrapbook pride, because I'm going to put a parade. I'm going to scrapbook parade on a rainbow. We're winning. Everything is good. So, let's see. I think this, don't have two sketches out at the same time, Shimelle. That will confuse you so much. We need the yellow behind here because that's what we don't have here. So we go from pink to orange. So I'm going to bring in some yellow to put behind. Ah, and Jen says, look, hot air balloon stickers, not random, actually thematic. I'm so glad you pointed that out because I would totally have missed that. And then later on in the month, you'd all laugh at me and be like, what? Indeed, there are hot air balloons on the cut aparts should you need some more hot air balloons. I'm going to bring out these and this and this and this, and then I need some yellow to go behind there. I've got yellow in here, but I've also got the Bella Besties from last month. Do I have any yellow left in there? Yes, it's just a tiny bit softer, and I think the tonal rather than the white polka dot is going to be a good match here. So I'm going to do that. Sarah has all of this unopened in her stash. Well, if ever there had been a sign that you should scrap along with me for a month, that is it. Accidental best of both worlds stashing. I think after a month or two of all brown edged layouts, papers, I think I'm bringing black edges here today because that's going to go well with the black and white distressed details here. So I need to make sure I have the right ink pad and the right boober to hand before I muddy things up. So I've got black soot there. But where is its boober? Hello. Oh, here. I put it in a special bowl and everything. Okay. Yay! Ilana's happy she has not scrapbooked the hot air balloon Six Flags ride from last summer. Now she can do it. Okay, so this is going to go here, and we are going to pop that baby up. Have I got more strips or just dots? I've added strips to my order because I know I finished one. I have a few more here. I finished one packet, but I've got a few more strips left. Kim, so if you joined us in a little later, yes. So both the July kit and the August kit have a mini theme, which is an optional themed thing that I will do separate videos on because it's a set of themed supplies that I really like, but it's not the normal universal stuff that I pick for the whole of Best of Both Worlds. It's not as versatile because you kind of need to use a lot of it for its theme. So The July kit has a travel mini theme that's optional. I mean, it's all optional, but you know what I mean, extra optional. And August has a mini theme of camping. If that's something that you have photos to scrapbook, or you will have photos to scrapbook and you want to join in on, then you can add that to your kit. If not, then the only one I put in the main kit is a paper that is wood grain on one side and turquoise on the other, which you know I could use any day of the year. Why did I order one sheet and not 25? I am now asking myself. By the way, that was the other thing I didn't mention about the elephants. I went through lots of different things that I thought were like Shimellisms. And I had cameras, rainbows, butterflies, peach, purple, skinny letters, handwriting. There's wood grain. And there's even a rainbow wood grain stripe. So, yay. I left that off the list of things that were very me, but I'm happy to say it is there. Wood grain, rainbow, stripe. All at the same time. Okay. And no, I have no elephants in the house yet. When they arrive, I will certainly be talking about it and showing you. But I don't have them yet. He's okay. Right. So we can go straight in with these lasers. For example, I want to bring out quite a lot of this blue, but I just have the blue here. So I'm going to go for a blue edge straight away. To give that a bit more oomph, yeah? Just bring in a bit more blue. Yep, I'm going to put it on top of the yellow, which means it needs to be popped. I'm also going to ink this. I don't know why I just went for that size pop dot when I could have used the small ones. I've not done a very good job with placing these. I need to make them smaller to put them on the die cut side, the design part. They need to go there. Virginia says she doesn't see a sticker book in the pre-order for main character energy. That is because there is no sticker book. True story. Let's try that now. That's better. Right, so there's a bit more blue. I can go over to this pink section. Can even use the more American element of the postage stamp because it's an American photo. Duffy says she can't find anybody selling main character energy in Australia so far. Someone in the last live said they had asked at Spotlight and were told it will be arriving, but it's not yet. But I can't, that was just what they were told at the shop. Please don't hold me to it if that turns out to not be the case, because I don't have that information. Okay, red. Why do I keep looking for the booper when it's in the same place every time? Sarah says, in lieu of a sticker sheet, or in lieu of a sticker book, order multiples of the sticker sheet. Sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan. All right, that one's going to come over here. And I wanted something to be a bit of a block over here in order to hold other embellishments. So that's what I'm going to do with this. And in fact, I'm going to pull up what I just put down. I'm going to pick up what I just put down because that's my prerogative. There's got to be a hip hop song in there somewhere. Right. So that's going to go there. This is going to get popped on top instead. So layered red embellishments there. Now let's look for hot air balloons and things. So colors of hot air balloons on here. Green, pink. Pink might be easier, but the green might be a better color option. Are there any hot air balloons on here? Don't see any. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to go there. Do I want to take the halo off? Because these don't have a halo? I think I'm going to leave it. I think once there's more pieces with halos, it's going to be fine. I started to put this down further so that single would still look like single, and then I realized it's going to cover up the LE and make it sing. I do sing my way through Festival of Fantasy Parade, so that seems perfect. Let's just do that. Okay, so, and I won't have purple accents in the sticker sheet, so I will get purple accents elsewhere in a moment. But I think this blue camera might work nicely. Down here, yeah. Sarah says not only did she order multiples of the 6x12 sticker sheet, she pulled out Glitter Girl to use up in July. While this is an excellent goal, it makes her super duper nervous because her Shimelle stash is like her fourth child. And also, she will not be discussing the size of her pre-order. Amy regrets not pre-ordering more, but her bank account disagrees. Oh my goodness. You're all hilarious. Debbie says, there are hot air balloons in Starshine. Yes, there are. And it is available as a digital kit from AC Digitals should you not have it in paper form. That is correct. They didn't feel random to me there. Right. Okay. What else we got? What else we got? Oh, did anybody else notice? Not only have I got peach paper, and I've found my Concord and 9th Nectar ink, which I'm hoping is a match for the peach paper because they're both the peach I love, but I haven't seen the paper in person yet, so I haven't been able to hold them side by side. But Amy Tan had a new release with Altenew, and it has inks, and there's a Peachy Keen ink in there. So I might have to order Amy's peach ink as well. I'm just going to have a little basket of all the different things that people call peach and see what's best for each project. Who knew that peach was going to be such a big deal to me? I never knew. Right. Like this little element. Wondering about adding. Oh, I like it above. Yeah. Pop it up over the top of that. Why am I... Shimelle, pull out the right size pop dots. For crying out loud, you crazy lady. Stop cutting them up. I read those comments in the wrong order, Lori, and I was so confused. But I'll read them to you in the right order so that no one else is confused. Lori says, a lady never discusses the size of her stash or her pre-order. Lori also says she is not a lady and can tell you that both are huge. But all I read was the second comment, and I was like, what's happening? What is happening in my live chat right now? Phew! It's all fine. Right. Okay. I'm going to put that up there so that we're kind of adding yellow into this rainbow. Okay. Got some hearts here. Oh, and this looks nice. The magic is in the details for the parade. That sounds great. Kim, I have no idea. Kim wants to know, when will the elephant land in my house? I don't know. I have asked. I do not have answers. I would love for it to be very soon. I would love for it to have already happened. I don't know. Okay. I need to do the edges of that chipboard because it's got some little punch bits. So let's just take those off. Duffy says, can you share the process of designing an elephant? Well, tell me what you want to know. Like, what part are you interested in? It's hard to just tell you the whole thing, but and stuff that I didn't talk about already on Friday. But ask away and I'll see what I can answer. Don't worry, that postage stamp's coming back. I just gotta make room. So I can also show you a little bit of process for how I do stamps, because those are going to go onto pre-order tonight if I'm feeling great. Tomorrow otherwise. So over the weekend I asked for some requests. I showed a bit of the progress and asked for requests for more words. Because my vibe for the Christmas stamps this year is a set of there are illustrations in there, but lots of words where each word is its own stamp so that you can build phrases that will make sense. But also where you could take out the Christmas word and have it still work for the rest of the year. So if I show you what I mean by that. So this is, I believe this is what I showed on Instagram. And I had more words on my list, but I asked for requests and I thought it was really interesting to see lots of the words that I still had left on my list were the words that came up in the request. So that was great. And also there were some that I hadn't thought of that do make sense and I think I can work in. A couple that I think are too specific to how individual families or parts of the world or climates celebrate. So I try not to do things that are specific to hot or cold weather, for example, with Christmas, because I'm trying to make you some stamps that go all over the world. So anyway, So I started with the idea of here's what I remember and Christmas core memory. Because I was like, I could have here's, oh, and I've got a my in here somewhere. Or if it's not here, it's on the next sheet. So I could have here's my Christmas core memory. But I could then take out the Christmas stamp and use core memory all the time. I'm always wishing I had a stamp that said core memory. So I'm going to make a stamp that says core memory. But I'm going to make two stamps, one that says core, one that says memory. I liked the idea of being able to hide some quotes in here. So from Home Alone, you don't mess with kids at Christmas. I think it's actually you don't mess with a kid at Christmas. But I also like you don't mess with Christmas. You don't mess with kids. I like just the fact that mess will be its own word at Christmas. I feel that this can speak to many of us. I'm going to sneeze. Hold on. Sorry. Tried to cover the mic, so I hope I did not just kill anyone's hearing in headphones. Right. I thought just the individual word mess could be really great in Christmas journals, because especially we always do this particular day right before, a few days before Christmas, where we just take a reality moment photo, like this is the state of my house right now. And of course, some people's houses will look beautiful that day, but a lot of us will have wrapping paper everywhere, or stuff that needs to be wrapped, or all the ingredients because we're baking all week, or and I just thought, you know what, I need a stamp that says mess, but I could make it work with other things. So you don't mess with kids at Christmas is a phrase that you can use in here, or you don't mess with Christmas could also work. I'm not going to put the word Texas in here, but you could spell out any words that are missing with letter stickers. So if you all wanted a stamp that said you don't mess with Texas, then you'll be able to make it. Okay, so you'll be able to do things like Christmas season, holiday season, wonderful tradition. There's beautiful tradition as well. Beautiful holiday, things like that, right? Festive tradition, festive season. You'll be able to mix all of those around, but you'll also be able to create non-holiday phrases too. And I think within merry mess, I like that too. Yes. Yeah, I think in putting, once the stamps are done and we get into next year's Christmas class, I'll put up a thread where we can figure out all different things that you could put the different words together, so that you've got a bit of a reference list and different ideas that people come up with. Yeah. So I've also got some motifs that are going in. I've done the word joy in loopy writing so many times because I love it. It's one of my favorite words to write in loopy lettering. Oh, that's going to pixelate that big, but I wanted to make it different this time, and a lot of the Christmas paper collections this year use snow globes as a motif, and also today, one of today's kit freebies, if you're ordering at scrapbook.com, please tell me that you used the discount code and it was advertised at the top of the screen, because I didn't talk about that. If you're ordering today, there's an 8% discount code with the code JULYSAVE. Okay, anyway, I put joy into the snow globe. Yeah. I'm putting a Christmas pudding in this year. I've got these build a gift kind of things. So you could have a whole stack of gifts by always having the same lid but different bases in different colors, and then you can put bows and things on them. You could also use just the ribbon curl instead of the bow. You could put, don't draw. You could put holly leaves on top of the presents and stuff like that. I've got a Father Christmas. I finally settled on a very simple beard because a lot of people, I posted a little joke about how when I draw Santa, Santa's face is always looking great until I add his beard and then he looks like an alien. And loads of people wrote in and said, I liked the beard on the Santa in the Christmas Magic collection. So that Santa just had a really simple round line beard, no wobbles. So that's what I went with in the end. But he's wearing glasses and he faces the other way and he has a different nose. different eyebrows. Yeah. I find these sorts of pieces are really useful in small albums when you're just needing to fill space with something little. So there's, stop it, Shimelle. There's stars, hearts, vines, yeah, both kinds of stars, a couple different kinds of vines. There'll be some dots to make mistletoe and stuff as well. Anyway, that's the vibe. So that's how I do it. And my stamp sets I design entirely on an iPad. I mean, sometimes on paper first, but I design it all this way because it needs to be black and white. I can set up all of the things I need in order to make it for the stamp production. I can do it all in one app rather than having to separate a lot of the steps in using bigger stuff with a mouse. So there you go. Duffy asked for some behind the scenes of how I design. That's how I design stamps. Yeah, with an iPad and a pencil. There we go. Oh, are we saying that the audience are now going to be called Pep the Peach Elephant Posse? You're hilarious. The Peach Elephant Crew. Right, where else are we going with this layout? Purple. I needed to come back to the laser stuff to get the purple embellishments because I don't have that in the other things. Oh, Amy says, are those 4x6 stamp sets? Yes, they are 4x6 sheets, the same size that I normally do. So everything is small sized to go with small pocket scrapbooking. Yeah. Yeah. That nice chunky Christmas is the biggest piece. Okay, purple is what I'm looking for. Maybe do one this type. Thank you. I'm glad they look nice to you. I hope that people like them so that you order them. So when the pre-order opens, it will be open for 2 weeks. And that's it. So if you see something that you like, you get 2 weeks to get your order in, and then I send it off to production. So Sarah, I was reading the Peach Elephants as I was talking and trying not to lose track. But yes, well done, Peach Elephant Group. Yeah, so what am I thinking? I think I need like maybe one of these hearts. I could use the black one. No, use the words. Okay. Oh, there's a magical one here too. Okay. Amy, this is the piece I need to know what you think about. It's not tearing, but it's made to look like it was. Is that okay? I'm gonna put it behind there so it's not too heavy. All right, dots. I need to find a title on here. I don't have purple dots, so I'm going to use the white ones over here with the purple. Don't have red either, but I've got pink. There. And I've got blue. Matches this blue so well. Maybe a bit of orange next to that, or green. Okay. What do we got in terms of words? So I want some lettering here and here. Okay, Amy says it's not actually tearing, so it's acceptable. Okay, if a laser does our tearing, we're good in Amy's book. I got it. Thank you. What are we going to call this? Do I just go with the name of the parade and do it in letter stickers? What do you think? Okay. So I'm going to walk you through what I'm going to do here because I'm actually feeling really dizzy. So I'm going to be good to myself and not push myself for another half hour. So there's going to be letter stickers here to do the title. I would like, before I turn this off, to figure out what title I should use, and then I'll go spell it out. And my journaling is going to go in here, and with a black pen I can write straight on to there. I don't think that this text is going to be, it's not dark enough to interfere. The pen will be strong enough over the top of that. I might add one more set of enamel dots over here because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and I kind of like the idea of bringing this in to have 5. It's the only embellishment section that doesn't have enamel dots. So let's add enamel dots there. Let's just add white again. And then, yeah. I'm also going to put gold on the top of this. Oh, and I inked that heart and didn't put it on. Thank you. Yeah, just in here. There we go. So this is Festival of Fantasy. I might just go with the name of the parade. Okay. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think you could use any color of letter stickers that you want. In fact, you could even use a multicolor alphabet. As hard as it normally is to use it on these papers, they could totally work. But you could also just use black lettering or shiny lettering. But yeah, I really love how this photo went with this and how easy with all of that to add more and have it still be fine. Pam's looking out for me, bless her heart. I am fine. I'm just going to sit down first. I think I maybe just need a sit down with a cup of tea. So there we go. Thank you so much for joining me. I am fine. Don't worry. I'm not going to pass out or anything. I'm just being cautious. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful week. And there's all the hashtag advertising links in the description box, including where you can pre-order or get notifications for main character energy hitting shops, what I'm using this month, what I'm using next month, and class links, because right now there's the early bird pricing on Use Your Punches. So once that class is actually live, it doubles in price and goes up to $10. But if you sign up before it's live, you only pay $5. So if you want a class with 4 22-minute videos that will teach you to get more use out of your shape punches, it's only $5 right now. You can go sign up. That's linked in the description box, or you can find it at Shimelle.com. Thank you so much for indulging my scrapping and my hashtag advertising. I appreciate that you are here. And if you enjoyed this video and want to give it a thumbs up, that would be super duper fantabulously awesome. And here is my extra heart for you. Thank you so much. Have a great week. I'll be live again on Friday morning at 10 a.m. I'll see you there, or see you whatever time suits you. Bye-bye.